Look at your TV's YouTube home screen tonight, and above some of those videos, you'll see 3 words most people scroll straight past. Because you watched. That's YouTube showing you one of the reasons that specific video is sitting in front of you, not decoration, not a menu label. Nobody bothered to explain. A visible clue. Stay with me, and you'll find more of them sitting in plain sight on your own screen, starting with why certain videos follow you around for weeks. Some of what's coming will surprise you more than this label already has. None of this is unique to TVs, but it's easiest to catch here because a TV screen doesn't scroll past you the way a phone does. You have time to actually sit with a row title before the next one takes its place. That single extra second of attention is where most of these clues live. Start with that label. Watch one video about, say, cast iron skillets, and for the next 2 weeks, cast iron skillets show up everywhere on your home screen. Different channels, different creators, same subject, over and over. Each one sitting under a row that says exactly why. Because of that one video you watched. Swap the topic and the pattern holds. Home renovation, true crime, golf swings, whatever your particular rabbit hole happens to be. Check the account on the other remote in the house, the one your spouse or your kid uses, and it can look nothing like yours. Same TV, same app, same night, 2 completely different sets of obsessions on screen. It feels like your TV overheard a conversation. Almost eerie the first time you notice it. It didn't. You didn't ask for this and you didn't set anything up. It simply started happening somewhere around your 3rd or 4th video on the subject. It's reading your watch history out loud in the label above the thumbnail. But if one watch was all it took, your home screen would be built from every video you've ever clicked. And it isn't. You've clicked plenty of things you never wanted to see twice, and they didn't follow you around for 2 weeks. So what happens after the click is one important part of the answer. According to YouTube's own explanation of its system, your watch history is the leading signal behind your homepage. Not simply what you clicked, but what you actually stayed with. Think of it like a friend recommending a restaurant. Walking past the window doesn't count. Sitting down and finishing the meal does. That's the difference between a video that visits your home screen once and one that moves in. This isn't only happening on your home screen either. Pause whatever's already playing and look at the panel next to it, usually labeled Up Next. By YouTube's own description, that panel leans mainly on the one video currently playing, not your whole history. Home reflects the broader pattern. Up Next reacts to right now, which is exactly why it can feel so much sharper and more specific than anything sitting on your home screen. Either way, the pattern is the same. Something you did is steering what shows up next. That explains the label and the panel next to it. It doesn't explain why 2 people can own the exact same TV and still see completely different home screens tonight. For that, because you watched is only the visible part. Behind it, YouTube has published a longer list of signals that never get a label at all. Your search history, the channels you've subscribe to one and forget about it, and it can keep nudging your feed for months after you've mentally moved on, the videos you've liked and disliked, and 2 feedback buttons you've probably tapped without thinking twice. Not interested and don't recommend this channel. Those aren't complaints disappearing into a void. YouTube's own documentation lists them as direct instructions the system is built to follow. None of that requires anything exotic. It's not a microphone listening in, and it's not a camera watching the room. This is simpler and, in a way, more mundane. A running tally of what you actually chose to watch, compared against millions of other tallies that look similar. It only feels uncanny because nobody ever points at the label and says so. Put a handful of those signals together, sent slightly differently by 2 people, and the mystery from the start makes sense. It was never about the TV, not the remote, not the app, just which of these signals each of you happen to be sending. But here's the strange part. Sometimes YouTube can learn more from the 10 seconds you didn't watch than from the click itself. Think about the last time you clicked a video and thought, nope, within 10 seconds. Maybe the host talked too fast. Maybe the thumbnail oversold it. Whatever the reason, you backed out and forgot about it by dinner. Multiply that across enough people clicking the same video, and it becomes information. Exactly how much weight that carries isn't public, but a click isn't the whole story. What viewers do right after clicking tells YouTube something a click alone never could. And that leads to the deepest layer of all. YouTube isn't just trying to determine whether you watched, it's also trying to determine whether watching was worthwhile. Someone can sit through a video start to finish and still not think it was worth their time. Because watching and liking aren't the same thing. It's not asking if you were entertained enough to finish. It's asking if you were glad you started. That's why YouTube sometimes shows viewers a short pop-up after a video, asking them to rate it 1 to 5, a question that exists specifically to separate watch time from satisfaction. If you've ever sat half watching something out of habit, more tired than interested, and felt mildly annoyed it kept showing up afterward, that's this layer catching up with you. Add it up, your viewing behavior, your searches, your feedback, and the things you actually choose to keep watching, and your home screen was never really about the TV in your living room. It's a reflection of a much longer relationship, handed back to you, one row at a time. So here's how to actually decode your own home screen from now on. 3 clues, and you already know all of them. Clue 1. A row labeled "because you watched," that's your history talking. It tells you which past video YouTube is using as the reason, not a guarantee that reason still fits what you want tonight. Clue 2. A cluster of videos on the same subject, days apart, that's not coincidence. That's YouTube noticing a pattern in what you've actually been watching. Clue 3. Not interested and don't recommend this channel. Not complaint buttons. 2 of the clearest instructions you can hand the system. Use them consistently on things you genuinely don't want, and the pattern shifts. Not instantly, but noticeably. Proof the system is actually listening, not just recording. None of that means you've cracked YouTube's complete system. Nobody outside the company has that. But you don't need the complete system. Your TV was never hiding a secret menu. It was hiding the explanation in plain sight. Now you know where to look.